So, the Supreme Court just dropped a bombshell on U.S. trade policy. If you've been following the headlines, you probably saw it. Trump's emergency tariffs overturned. And folks, the ripple effects here are massive. Think billions of dollars, not just political headlines. Here's what went down. President Trump, citing emergency powers under something called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or IEEPA, slapped sweeping tariffs on imports from over 20 countries. We're talking rates as high as 50% on steel, and blanket tariffs on everything from electronics to soda. It was one of the boldest moves in modern trade policy. But the Supreme Court came down with a 6-3 decision saying, nope. Chief Justice Roberts wrote the majority opinion, basically saying Trump went too far. The court said the president can't use emergency powers as a free pass to rewrite trade rules, especially without Congress signing off. In other words, the Constitution still matters, even in a so-called economic emergency. Now, why does this matter to you and me? For starters, those tariffs raked in billions, yes, billions, over the last year. American companies like Apple, Ford, and Target paid more for imported parts. And guess what? That cost trickled right down to us as consumers. With the tariffs now ruled illegal, there's a real shot at refunds for businesses, and maybe even for some of us. Giant companies are already suing to get their money back. But, honestly, for regular shoppers and small businesses, it could be a long and messy process. There's no clear legal road for everyone to get a refund, and Congress might have to step in to settle the details. The markets loved the news. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ both jumped, especially for companies hammered by those tariffs. Sectors like tech and consumer goods, big winners. Treasury yields spiked and even the US dollar got a boost. But this isn't just about money, it's about power. The court's ruling sets a huge precedent. Presidents can't just throw up tariffs and shake the global economy without Congress in the loop. It's a check on executive power, plain and simple. Internationally, trading partners like the UK and EU are watching closely. This decision says to the world, US trade policy isn't just a one-man show. If you want stability in trade, you need the whole American government on board, not just the White House. Of course, Trump isn't backing down. He's already called the ruling a disgrace and is hinting at backup plans. Legal experts think he might try other trade laws, but the message from the court is clear: no shortcuts. So what's next? Lower courts will figure out exactly who gets refunds and how much. Congress might step in to write new rules. And future presidents, regardless of party, just lost a major tool for swinging the economy on their own. Bottom line, this decision isn't just about tariffs, it's about who gets to call the shots in America's economy, and it could change the way we do business with the world. If you want to stay on top of these developing stories, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll make sure you never miss a major update. Thanks for tuning in.